What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. As you can see from the title of this video, I will be talking about just a wonderful storyline that I always enjoyed from season 2 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was when Melody was in a stage play that was written by the colorful, vibrant, funny Iama. And we're going to get into this entire conversation. Now, this scene is when they initially met, and Iama was telling Melody about the play, what it was about. And just Melody's reaction was hilarious. I felt like Melody was open-minded and kind and just really open to what the play had to offer and what she could contribute to its story as well, just bringing the words to life. And I just thought it was just a scene filled with two beautiful, smart, articulate Black women who got along and treated each other with kindness, and there was a lot of openness, and they were just meant to work together. So now, before we, enjoy this throwback on this scene, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. I feel like the vibes are so positive with this topic, with this scene. How could you hit the dislike button? But if you're led to do that, either way, those buttons will cause YouTube to recommend this video to more people who enjoy conversing about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I would love to have you. And of course, the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary of this soundbite is allowed. All right, so now with all of the business taken care of, let's go ahead and get into this soundbite. So of course, I'm going to play it and then come back with my commentary.
Oh, nice to meet you. You look beautiful. Thank you. You do also. I have a lot going on this week, especially with Mariah and Malia's birthday party tomorrow. It's a lot, but I'm still looking forward to meeting this playwright to see if it's a good fit for me. It's been too long since I did some real acting. The name of the play is The Black Mother Monologues. Black Mother, yes. Okay. Yes. And our tagline is #Secrets Make You Sin. So the whole idea is what happens when women come together with a clean heart and one intention is healing. And your character has a secret that she's hiding, but everyone just found out about it. So I will be hiding a secret in the play. Yeah, well, you're not hiding it because it just came out all over the internet. And basically, that sounds about right. That character's name is Noni. And she's Noni. She married a pastor of a mega church, and she's been doing everything the way her parents told her to do. She's had 3 kids in 6 years, and she's done the whole pretentious, perfect person act. And what has happened is her husband has now come out on the internet in an illicit affair with their music minister, who is a man. Sorry, you said what? I ain't gonna lie, this content sounds like it's gonna be a little risque for the Huntsville community. So one of the things I want to tell you is why I chose you for the play. And that is because I really see the fact that you're able to speak your truth. That has given so many people a voice. You're choosing to share your story, and you're choosing to give those tender places, and you're choosing to expose raw areas of your life. And they're tender and raw. Before the world is a calling. It's not just a job, and it's not just an opportunity. It's a destiny that's on your life. So I think putting this on a stage and letting hundreds, or thousands, who knows, to be able to see that and to be able to say, wow, I thought it was just me, or I thought I was the only one going through this, or I thought I was, you know what I mean? And like, oh no, I'm not. There's no manual for things that happen in our lives. We learn from one another and from our experiences. If I can help guide others through some of the turmoil that I've been through, then I'm happy to do that. What made you choose this story, right? And in terms of it being in the Black church? Well, one of the reasons is because I'm a product of the Black church, and I felt that there's so much pain from people not being able to speak the truth about who they are. But do you not think this probably happens in all the churches? Oh, that's happening in all the churches, but we have a PhD in Powell's High D. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? We have a PhD in pretending to be something that we're not. I could never be an openly A/B lesbian in the Black church. Okay, say that one more time. You what now? A/B lesbian? I made that up. Do you know what it means? Tell me. A is asexual. B is bisexual, and lesbian. I say asexual because I'm not really sexually attracted to anyone like that. I've never been a highly sexualized person. To be quite honest, sex grosses me out unless I'm the one having it. I mean, I say bisexual because, I told you I've been married, and I have a son, and I can have romantic relationships with men. I love my kings, I love my brothers. I just don't want inside of me. I cannot wait to read this play because the writer definitely has a unique voice that I ain't never heard before. Wait a minute now. Now I will let you know. Now I see some work. I love. Okay. So just a little caution to fairy tale to this. There are a few curse words in here. I tell everybody all the time there are certain things only a can say. So you will see a mother. You will see a you will say a but that's only because sometimes we got to clear that throat chakra and call a mother so our soul can heal. Okay, not all the time, but it's in there. Okay, it's all for the healing. Am I saying that? You don't say mother, but I do think you give me a good in the end. I can do that. Okay. Bible. I can do that. I love it.
I so love that scene. I have always loved this storyline from season 2. And let me just say that Melody always had unique, authentic, real storylines, not just the marriage breaking down. But season 2, we saw her star in a stage play. We saw her attend the rehearsals and practice her lines and meet with the playwright. And then we know that later, after she left Martell, we even saw the playwright interact with the Eminem kids. I remember it was like a scene like in the evening, and she was asking them questions. And because I remember Boss Baby saying, I like Mr. Rocky Road man. Like, I guess Martell would let her eat Rocky Road ice cream, So I just remember those scenes as well. But I want to talk about this scene between Melody and Iama. So the playwright, she touched on a lot of truthful, realistic points. She talked about how in the church, there are people who are attending church because they believe in and love God, but they may not be living their truth because they know that some members of the church will judge them. And so I definitely want to talk about that because in my opinion, I feel like only certain topics get talked about from the pulpit, get preached on, and I feel like everything from the Bible, it's not always explored, and so I think that already creates like a wall. And then, only certain things will be talked about, and then hush, we're not going to talk about everything. And then if you do bring something up that's not normally talked about, then you're like bad. You're going to have some sort of scarlet letter, perhaps a scarlet B, for bad. And I think that it's very sad if a person cannot live their truth. I've said it on previous videos that I believe that God is more loving than how he is represented here on earth. And so I just kind of feel like no one can judge you and no one is perfect. You may not do what I do, but you're doing something, like no one is better than the next person. And so kudos to Iama for being so courageous and really wanting to shed light on the idea of people who believe in and love God attending church, but they're not living out their truth because they don't want to be shunned, or they could be living their truth, but it's definitely in secret, And then she talked about being an A-B lesbian. She said that it is a term that she created, A for asexual, saying that she was never really a highly sexualized person, not a freak, and she said that she really thinks that sex kind of grosses her out unless she's doing it. Sometimes I used to wonder if, just in my opinion, if Michael Jackson was asexual. Of course, I did not know him personally, so I don't know. But sometimes I just think that because especially with what seemed to be his insecurities over his physical appearance, it seemed like perhaps his insecurities were so deep that he could not see himself very sexual. That's just from my viewpoint, looking at his life. And then she said that she was bisexual. She said she's been married to a man. She has a son. So she's been intimate with a man before, but she no longer wants to go that far with a man. So I feel like it's not really anyone's business to worry about anyone's orientation. And so, as long as you know who you are, I think that that's one of the greatest discoveries that you will find, that you will make, is knowing exactly who you are and knowing what you like and what you don't like. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about physical intimacy, but just a whole person that you would be attracted to and enjoy their conversation and want to spend time with. To know who you are as a person and what you want, that is a huge blessing. And it just sounded like Iama was at that point when she met Melody. And, you know, a lot of it was new to Melody, but she was open minded. She was not disrespectful. She didn't gasp. You're what? She just asked for some clarification. And then she said, I have got to read this script because this writer has a unique voice that I ain't never heard before. And I just think that that's awesome. And what I also loved about this scene was that Iama said, you know, I picked you for this role because of basically season 1 of Love and Marriage Huntsville and how Melody so eloquently articulated her life and the real about her marriage. She said, not only have you, it's not, she said it's much more than just an opportunity being on the reality TV show. But Iama said, you speaking your truth and empowering others, that is a destiny on your life. And I absolutely and totally agree with Iama. This is definitely a destiny on Melody's life. And she always speaks her affirmations on her IG stories. I read them. Sometimes I say them out loud. And it is something that empowers and strengthens me as well. And I'm sure that those affirmations do that for you as well. So it was meant for her to be on a successful reality TV show so that the world could be introduced to Melody Cherie and we can, you know, glean from her everything that God gives her, you know? Not all ministers wear robes, and I'm going to leave that right there. So I do want to also briefly talk about Kandi from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You may have heard this development, but let's get into it. I'm going to prepare to share my screen here because Kandi is going to make this announcement to you herself. So let's go ahead. Okay, so yes, I think that it is sharing. I'm going to mute my mic so that you all do not experience an echo, and here we go.
What's the latest? How do you keep up? How do we keep up?
I'm not really keeping up right now. I'm not keeping up. I already said it, so I'll tell you. I decided I'm not coming back this year.
Why?
Well, it's been 14 seasons.
14?
Yeah, 14. And they allowed us to sit around for a little too long because it was making a decision. But during that time, I had started working on a lot of other things, and I got some nice big projects coming soon. So I'm super excited about those things. But it's not just that. It's just like, you know, after you really have time to think, and a friend of mine was like, why do you keep doing it? And I was like, well, I think because I've just been doing it so long, it just feels weird to think not to do it. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a moment.
Okay, you just said take a break.
Well, no, I'm not coming back this year.
Ever.
Well, I would say, I don't want to say never because we're still going to do things together.
Housewives. Tell me. What's the latest? How do you keep up?
Okay, so you heard it there from Kandi Direct. She said that she will not be returning for season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, like a few weeks ago, Kandi is like an ambassador for Amazon, right? So if you are signed up for her texting community, Kandi will send out a text when she is about to go live on Amazon. So you just go to Amazon, you get to enjoy her live. She is showing various products that you can purchase right on Amazon. Well, she also takes questions from the live chat, and people were asking her, is it like RHOA filming? Are you returning? And she was like, they have not even sent our contracts yet. And, people got stuff to do, so she was talking very natural, just assuming that she would be brought back, right? And then earlier this week, we saw where Kenya did an interview. I believe the radio station is V103 with Tigger in Atlanta. And Kenya said where they're getting very close to Bravo announcing the cast for season 16 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then Kandi announces today that she is not returning for season 16. So I'm guessing that, after her Amazon Live, they kept it a buck. They let her know she would not be returning, and they gave her time to say that she was not returning. That's my opinion. That's how I think it went down. But for those of you who watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta, what do you think about Kandi not returning? I want to still hear who the rest of the cast will be. I wonder, are they bringing Portia back? Portia seems to really want her marriage to be successful. She seems really happy, at least on social media. So I could see her not wanting to return if she just wants to maintain that stable, strong marriage. But I'm not saying that you can't have a stable, strong marriage while on reality TV. But Portia may have anxiety about that, because she had only been married to Cordell for 1 year when they debuted for season 5 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then by the time we got to the end of that season, he filed for divorce and put her out the house. And she learned of it all on Twitter. So, I don't know if Portia would return to The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate the support. I really, really do. Please hit the like button on this video. It's a free way to support the channel. And I hope that you all have a wonderful Monday. It will not be a manic Monday. It will be a magnificent Monday. Do what you have to do this evening to make it a successful Monday. Don't forget to set your alarms. If you pray, say your prayers, journal, say your affirmations. I've already done my laundry today. I went grocery shopping and I meal prepped so that I would have lunch for the work week. Now I have created some content. And so I hope that you all have had a beautiful weekend. It was very productive for me. And I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.